2 weeks pass. Dr. Jekyll gives a dinner party for 5 or 6 of his closest friends. Mr. Utterson is a guest at that dinner party. The party goes successfully and everyone has a good time. But as the party closes to a halt, Mr. Utterson does not seem to be moving. He stays. He asks Dr. Jekyll about Mr. Hyde and the strange will which has come up about Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll. Dr. Jekyll is alarmed. He begs Mr. Utterson to let the issue drop, saying that he simply is interested in Mr. Hyde. And that's all. It's very mysterious. Mr. Utterson is still full of questions. A year passes. London is normal, to some extent. Suddenly, news fills the streets. An old man has been murdered, Sir Danvers Carew. A maid had seen everything. This is what she said happened.
Never had she felt more at peace and kindly with the world, and as she so sat, she became aware of an aged and beautiful gentleman with white hair, drawing near along the lane, and advancing to politely greet and bow to another very small gentleman, which she recognized as Mr. Hyde. All of a sudden he broke out into a great flame of anger, stamping with his feet, brandishing the cane like a madman. The old gentleman took a step back, and with that Mr. Hyde broke out of all bounds and clubbed him to the earth with ape-like fury, until he was dead.
The maid then faints. Hours later, the police are called. They arrive at the scene. The old man had a letter on him, addressed to Mr. Utterson. Mr. Utterson comes to the crime scene, takes the letter, and realises there's a broken walking stick right next to Sir Danvers Carew. It's the same one Dr. Jekyll had been given.